I purchased a video game after playing a demo. This is Roundguard on PC, being played offline after purchasing the full game during the Steam Summer Sale. When I played the Switch version, I believe the PlayStation 4 version of this game, I had to be online to play it. But I'm playing this PC version offline on my laptop. It's my four thread, 8 GB laptop. I'll probably try a harder, a more difficult test later when I pull out one of my slower computers to see how it runs on that. But the whole point is that this game is supposed to be laptop friendly. And based on what I played without commentary, it definitely is. So I'm going to do a new run. This game, for people who are wondering, this game is Peggle with random number generation and sort of a roguelite system they got going on here, which I'll be able to explain if you look at my previous video, but I'm just going to do this short little check of the laptop version of this game. I was a big fan of the demo. In fact, I played this game in 2023 and played all the classes, and I loved it. So I had to pick it up, and it was on sale for less than $5. And I knew it was laptop friendly because I had a demo that played well on my laptop. Do I want any starting equipment? I don't think I can do that. Nope, can't use this. So we'll just play whatever. Who do I want to use? I guess we can try the druid. Play at least one run as the warrior, rogue, and wizard to unlock the druid. Okay, so it's still locked. So I don't know. The game's not giving me credit for any of the achievements I got during the demo, which I guess makes sense. You can play a game like this on the demo to see if you like it. I'm willing to play this game from the beginning. That's all my other recommendation. I'll play as all these guys at some point. It won't matter. So as I said, this is Peggle / Plinko with roguelite elements, which means your character is being dropped from the top of the screen, then you're supposed to you can sort of guide it so that it lands at the bottom safely. In Peggle, there was, a basket at the bottom of the screen, basically, that would catch the ball so you could preserve it for another drop. Hold down the B button and the number will pop up right underneath each one of them, huh? Okay. So hold down the B button, you can see the health of the two enemies that are on screen. They're also represented on the right side of the screen. That's just so you know where they are. As I said, this is Peggle. So in Peggle, you have to pick a launch point, and then your character will drop down to the bottom. The goal is to clear out the enemies. So once you do that, the level will be cleared. And when you hit the bottom, you hit the spikes on the bottom, and that determines your character's hit points. Right there on the left side of the screen, you see my character's profile. Below that, you see it says 160 divided by 170. That's my health meter. So this game does not have balls that you lose if they reach the bottom of the screen. You take damage as you hit certain enemies, as you get poisoned, things like that. If you hit certain enemies, they'll counterattack, things like that. The idea is to have enough hit points at the end of a level to get credit so that you can survive to the next stage. So this game isn't about losing balls. It's about staying alive long enough to survive another drop. So as long as your character has hit points left, you can drop them again. Ideally, you can plant yourself. You can try to sort of get your character to land on that pillow at the bottom of the screen. The way it works, yes, you saw what happened there. The way it works is that as soon as you hit an obstacle or an enemy, that plank at the bottom of the screen will expand to a full-size pillow. So ideally, you'll be able to have your character land on that pillow, which is a safe landing. Otherwise, you take a spike up the rear end. That's just how it works. We'll show you the magic attacks later. The red potions replenish your health. The blue potions replenish your mana, which is used for magic spells. What's the gold lust spell? LB. Press LB to see the gear here. Gold lust is third line on the left. Gain 6 hearts, then gain 6 hearts for each gold pot devoured during gold bust. Okay. So you mean these gold pots? So if you need to refill your health, that's not a bad idea. And the spider's dead. So now that the final enemy's been defeated, the bottom of the screen transforms from spikes into treasure chests, and the spot where we land determines what we earn. Randomly generated, of course. I got some new gear. 25% chance for a gold pot to explode, dealing 5 damage. I guess that might be useful to take a little extra damage off the enemies. It also has more health. So if I put this on and replace my leather pants with this chainmail, I get 20% more. I get 20 more health points. So that's good. So I can equip it with the A button or just drop it. You can play this game with a mouse. Actually, I think you can actually just play it with a keyboard because I did play it for a while with my keyboard. But for this video, I'll play with a gamepad. But you should not need a gamepad to play this game. In fact, I'll probably whip out the gamepad a bit later in this video once I get around to it. Okay, you can see my experience points also. It's the third line down on the left side of the screen. Third line from the top. So as we level up, I think we also get more hit points. I forget. You might actually learn a new magic spell, something like that. So I equipped the gilded chainmail, the second line on the left. So that means I have more health points to play with. My meter's already full, so I don't need any more health or mana. Which direction do I want to go? Press the right bumper to see the map. So if you want to go in a particular direction, you can guide your ball towards the urn that will take you down that path. So there's a goblin path on the left and the right. There's a skeleton path on the bottom, which is a direct path, actually. It takes you down to the bottom more quickly. So that skeleton path down there is on the bottom, and of course there are goblin paths on the left and the right. So let's see if we can squeeze ourselves down there. I don't think we can. Let's see if we can squeeze ourselves in there. Get the center pot. Nope, didn't get it. And I got poisoned. Nope, wait, yeah, and I got poisoned. So after all that, I got poisoned. I didn't even go where I wanted to go. So, there are some strategic elements, some light strategic elements, so you can figure out how to clear a path to the bottom of the screen. You might want to choose different paths depending on what you want to earn. So we're basically taking the long way down. We wanted to go straight down to where that blue skeleton is in the center of the map, but we didn't make it. So if we complete this level and then choose the left urn, we'll be able to go right back to that skeleton room. So again, maybe you want to go down further. Maybe you want to go down more quickly. Maybe you want to hit the bottom more quickly. Or maybe you want to, take a little time to grind up your character and take the scenic route. Again, it's a roguelite. The game gives you options, and I appreciate that. And sometimes those options do matter, depending on what gear you want to get. I appreciate that. It's the kind of structure that I like seeing in a game like this, because Peggle's fine. But adding all this other stuff on top of it makes it more interesting for people like me who are curious what else you can do with what kind of structure could you add to a Peggle-like game to give it more depth. Well, this is one option. Maybe if Tetris had a setup like this, it might be interesting. But I would argue it's easier to make a Peggle clone than a Tetris clone. Well, see, I landed on the rug, but I guess I was going too fast. Because I did manage to land on the rug earlier in the previous drop. Now again, the point is to clear out enemies. So let's see if we can take out this dude. I think he tried to attack me. Okay, he's dead. Irritating. So press the B button. So we have an orc and a goblin. The goblin's already dead. Yes, there are 0 irritating goblins left. And 3 orcs left, as you can see. You can see how much health they have left, too. Let's see if we can get both of these goblins. Nope, can't get them both. I was trying to bounce it so I would land on the goblin above him to the left. There's a scarab down there. I think I can get it. Not with this urn in the way. Well, I got the scarab. And I landed on the pillow. So I forget what the scarab gives you. I think it gave me some kind of buff. I don't know what it was. See how much damage I take if I hit this orc right here. Enraged. Oh, got the second orc. Yeah, okay, I was close, but I didn't land on the pillow. Oh well, you see how you know how we do. We're not dead yet. Neither are they. See if we can take them both out. Well, I got two of the orcs on one drop. That's always good. Because remember, we're more likely than not you're gonna hit the spikes. So it's usually in your interest to take out an enemy as quickly as possible. See if we can hit both of these orcs. Bouncing off the side. Nope, didn't work. Ah! I didn't, and I was trying to land on the pillow on the ricochet too. Yeah, well. See if we can get our health. We can get our health on the next drop. I don't think I can hit the scarab and hit the orc on the way down, if I'm being honest. Careful. Wow, I got him. Oh, I didn't land on the pillow. I landed on the plank next to the pillow. Okay, so we're going to need some health eventually. Let's see if we can get that scarab on the way down. Because this should be our last enemy. Yep, this will kill him. So we do 10 damage every time we hit an enemy with the weapon we're currently carrying. If you equip a different weapon, you'll do a different amount of damage. Again, it's based on your gear. Attack. So we can get a stronger weapon. Oh, so we did 5 damage instead of 10. Okay. So and we cause enemies to bleed too, so it's a persistent amount of damage. That's cool. So we can equip this. So let me check on something. So I should be doing 5 more pips of damage. Okay. A single drip that's permanent 1 mana max mana at the start of each room. So I guess that's why I'm getting an extra pip of mana every time I start a room. But let's grab this red potion on the way down so I can get some of my health back. And while I'm thinking about it, press the right bumper for the map. So we can take the right route, we can take the side route. I think if we can hit that skull on the way down, the bull skull, the cattle skull on the way down here, that's the quickest path to the bottom. Let's see if we can bounce off the side of this red potion. Nope, screwed it up. Took the wrong way. But that will take me back to the skeleton right here that I was trying to visit after completing the first room. This is the room I was trying to get to last time. So eventually I just took a more circuitous route to get to the same room. Let's see. I think this is where I get random buffs. Each gift is in a box that seal on mysterious magics, also a bow. Okay. Complete the quest to open the box. Defeat 10 skeletons, and I can open the box. Okay, so we have a tweener quest. Stuff like so. Now, if the gear is worth getting, fine. This sounds like an interesting tweener quest. So again, it's about taking it like Gems of War does this. It takes a pretty traditional match 3 puzzle game, a turn-based match 3 puzzle game, and turns it into something a lot more sophisticated and a lot more complex by throwing on a bunch of mechanics and giving it a more complex structure, giving you more to do. This game takes Peggle and does the same thing, and I appreciate that. So I need health. So let's grab some red potions while we're here. We're gonna need that sooner rather than later. Those archers will shoot at us, so be careful. I hit the boo button. What did that do? I hit the boo button. What did that do? Yes, those archers will take a shot at you if you get close to them, so be careful. They'll find another way to whittle down some energy. Let's see if we can take out a couple of skeletons off of Ricochet. Yep, we got 3 on the Ricochet. We might land on the pillow, and we did. So that was a safe drop. And we took out 3 skeletons in the process. Spectral immunity. No idea what that means. So we got 2 skeleton archers left. That's it. So let's see if we can grab some of these red potions. Okay, I think I accidentally hit something. Did I just miss everyone on that one? Oh, he's in the way, so I can't get those red potions yet. Let's try something different. Let's see if we can bounce. So let's land in the jelly. Yeah, there we go. That'll slow us down. Oh, he's taking shots at me while I'm squeezing through the jelly. That's not good. Okay, so I did manage to get some health back, so that's good. I'm gonna need more than that. So we can grab some health on the way down, I guess. Let's see what we can do. Yes, we got some health there. Missed. All right, that was. So I managed to get some health back, so that's still good. So we can get some more health here. Did I hit him? I got him. Got a mana burn because we hit the ghost on the way down. So we'll see if we can grab one of those red potions on the way down. We're gonna bounce off the red potion and see if we can land in the correct urn on the way down. Smash through anything. Yeah, there we go. I got a spin attack. Equip. So we'll put it down here. So it's mapped to the Y button. So if we press the Y button on the way down, we'll burn through some. We'll spin through an obstacle. Yeah, smash through anything in your way with the 5 attacks. You do 5 pips of damage and you spin through you spin through the obstacle. So that's good. We can try that right here actually. And the game will eventually bounce us off the ground, I think. Whoops. Well, anyway, there's only one way out. So that's fine. I think I could just bounce off the pillow, or I think the game will just make us bounce off the bottom of the pillow until we land in the right urn. I don't think you can actually not land in the urn, because that's why the pillows are there. Okay, so we're going to grab a little bit of health. And we got one of the skeletons on the way down. I think the archer got us. We took 10 pips of damage there. Got me again. Okay, so like I said, if you get close to the archer, they will take a shot at you. So I don't know where I'm going to land here, but I might take down a few archers along the way. Yeah, I can whittle down the archers along the way. And remember, you can also press the B button to smash through. Whoop, there you go. Wait, hold on, we're still up. Yeah, we're gonna land on the spikes though. We got a few extra potions on the way up, so that was cool. Never know. You can never really tell what goes down. The whole point is to like increase your odds of getting a fortuitous landing usually. And I leveled up, so I got more health, and my attack is higher. So I do more damage now. RPG elements. Got it, and I landed on the pillow. So it turned out pretty good. Remember how little health we had a couple of rooms ago? We're doing pretty well now. You can also hold down the right trigger to speed things up, so keep that in mind. Let's grab this and then grab the scarab, I guess. I don't even know if I need the scarab at this point. I might land on the pillow with a good bounce. Nope. Yeah, too many ricochets. Yeah, too many ricochets on the way down. I still haven't figured out what the scarab is for. Does it say? Modifiers. Equip relics. Fine. No, it doesn't say. Alright, fine. Again, remember, we can press the Y button to get an extra spin attack. That'll allow us to spin through the enemies. If we want to do that. Got him. That should be the last enemy, and it is. So what are we going to earn? Another weapon? Nope, we're going to earn a better piece of kit. Well, a better piece of armor, it looks like. 40 health at the start of each room. Let's see. So we can replace what we have with... Oh! So that means we earn 40 more pips of health every time we start a room? That's amazing. That sounds amazing. Yeah, that sounds amazing. I want to take that. So if I'm always going to get 40 pips of health no matter what, I'm going to do that. There's a treasure room right below us. Let's see if we can hit it on the way down. Yeah, we got to hit it on the way down. Okay, we got the treasure room. Okay, so we're going to the treasure room, right? I forgot what the treasure room actually entails. Okay, so we can break through all these pots and see what treasure we earn. I have full health. That's good. Am I doing 17 damage? Yeah, I took the next to my character on the top left-hand corner of the screen. I'm doing 17 pips of damage now. Okay. I don't need any health. Let's see if I can press the X button for some gold lust. What does that give me again? Gain some health, then gain health for each gold pot devoured. Okay, we don't care about that. We have plenty of health. So that won't be a problem. Let's see if we can grab some of these treasure chests in the middle of the diamonds on each side of the room. So the whole point is to get as much gold as you can on the way down. Then we're gonna have to switch rooms. So we're gonna get some gear, then we're gonna switch to the next room. Or at least we're gonna get some gear, then we're gonna have to drop through a pot. Let's see. Extra gold each time you're hurt. Health regen when you use a skill. This gives me way more health, so that's good. But we'll drop it and take the cash. Because I think getting 40 pips of health at the start of each room sounds like a good buff for someone like me. We have plenty of health. So let's see if we can grab one of these chests over here. I don't think it's possible. Can I spin through that chest with the Y button? Yeah, spin through. So we got a treasure chest on the way down. I guess it was just 1,000 gold. I don't know. Not complaining. So we got the Wheel of Wonders. Let's see how much gold we've earned. 5K or 50K. And I can use the mouse to skip this. Although I remember I'm playing with a gamepad, so that mouse icon should not have appeared. Wheel of Morality, turn, turn, turn. And we landed on a star. Max health each time you visit a treasure room. Well, too late for that. What if I don't want that? I don't have a choice. Guess I gotta grab it. So again, random stuff. Random loot that's actually useful, you know. It's a better game than I expected. Way better game than I expected. And it kind of spoils me for Peggle, even though I do like Peggle. This does kind of spoil me. And one more skeleton to beat, and I'll complete that quest. I don't think I've ever seen a Dark Elf before. Except in Record of Lodos Wars. Okay, Lodos Wars. You know, the OAV, based on the manga. Rentaro did some storyboards on that, by the way. You know that he was the storyboard artist on an episode of Lodos Wars, if no one smiles. As I recall. Which I always thought was hilarious. Like there were no anime comical elements in a Rintaro directed episode. I'm like, hey, wait, Rintaro's name is on this anime? He only did this one episode. Oh, that's why there's no, comical anime bits in it. And that spider is now bleeding because I hit it with my weapon. Yep, that red tear symbol means you're bleeding. Someone who's bleeding takes damage for 3 turns. They also ruin carpets. So yeah, stuff like that. You can add, debuffs. See if we can hit him on the bounce. I want to see if I can. Okay, I might still hit the carpet though. No, I won't. No, yeah, I will. And I got it. It's a safe drop. So the spider's gonna die pretty soon. So I did kill a dark elf. So the spider will die on the very next turn because he's still bleeding. We're gonna need some red potions. Let's grab the red potion on the way down. Whoop! What? Might still hit the carpet. No. I think if I had spun through that gold pot, I would have gotten the carpet. But that's okay. So let's grab a red on the way down, if we can. Hit that on the way down, of course. Yeah, hit that scarab on the way down. So I think it quintuples the amount of gold I earn on the drop. Is that what happens? Not quite sure. Wasn't paying attention. I can replace the axe with something that's stronger. Enraged on the first turn of each room. So it's stronger, but it doesn't give me the bleed. I think I want the bleed. Because in 2 turns, it does about as much damage. If you hit something with my axe, it starts to bleed. After the bleed on the second turn, it basically does an equivalent amount of damage. So can I hit the red? No, I can't. Can I spin through this? See if I can spin through this with the B button. Or the Y button. Missed. Well, that was a waste. Yeah, that was a waste. So let's see where we end up. I needed some health. But I'm going to get 40 health at the start of the next room because I'm wearing that armor, I think, right? Another adventurer. Yep, I got 40 health because I got to a new room. Okay, what piece of kit was that? Hold the left trigger to get really precise with your aiming during your drop. Or even use the D-pad, which I recommend, if necessary. So yeah, the khakis that I'm wearing, the armor that I'm wearing gives me 40 health at the start of each turn, which is good. There's a jelly mindset. It's the skeleton at the bottom center of the screen. Let's just grab a red on the way down, maybe a couple if we can help it. What happens if I hit those glowing gel things? I'm afraid to ask. So it's now. Oh, I mana burned. That's bad. So there are a couple of debuffs that I grabbed on the way down. Mana burn. So mana burn means I'm losing health. I don't know what the 1 and the 2 are at the top. Is that my second turn? Top left, top right hand side of the screen. Don't know what that means. Okay, I thought the game was gonna tell me what the debuffs at the top of the screen are, because I think the vulnerable means I'm more likely to take damage. Okay, we got him. Got the skeleton. He's got a lot. That's a safe drop. So I got to do some more damage to him. Let's press the Y button on the way down. Wrong button. Well, I don't have any mana. Okay, I didn't have enough mana to pull it off. Oh well. I guess the mana burn hurt. So I guess I'm losing 14 mana per turn. Is that what's going on? And I'm poisoned. That's not great. So yeah, that hurts. I can bounce off of this. Missed. Wow. How was that? How did I not land on that pillow? How did I not land on that pillow? Okay, hurry up, hurry up. I can press the right trigger to speed that up, by the way. Boop. Boop. Okay, so I'm not dead, but these obstacles are going to be a problem. I've been weakened. Uh-oh. So I'm only doing 8 damage. That's half their attack strength. Yeah, that's not good. Don't skip leg day. Teen Titans Go taught us that. Yeah, the big skeleton in the middle still not dead. Got the red on the way. Got that red potion on the way down. But I am bleeding as well. Yeah, this is not good. So all of a sudden, boy, this run went sideways in a hurry, didn't it? Wow. Was it right trigger to speed things up? Yeah. Boop. Spin. Nope. Don't have enough mana. Got it. That's a safe drop. I have no mana. Your right trigger to speed things up. Got him. And he's dead. Quest complete because I defeated the skeleton. That's the 10th skeleton, so that means I get credit for that. Mana burn now gives you mana instead of taking it away. That's amazing. Nice piece of kit. And I leveled up and I got more health, so I get this treasure on the way down. I'm gonna need some mana before I go through the before I hit the urn at the bottom of the screen. Take no negative status effects from jelly cubes. Finally, so I get to equip that too, huh? And I get to open the box because I got the 10 skeletons. In addition to equipping it now, you've also unlocked a chance to get this trinket whenever you spin the wheel of wonder. Okay, so it's a permanent piece of gear, it's a permanent unlockable piece of gear. Well, it's been unlocked, so it's not something I can earn in the future. Enjoy that one for now. Okay. So yeah, I think we did all right. Let's grab some mana on the way down, so we can get a long bounce. Boop. Yeah, that's a lot of mana, so that's good. That was a good. I thought that was a bad ricochet. You see how I'm bouncing off the pillow? So it's basically means that you'll just keep bouncing forever until you land on the urn or until you land in the urn. Okay, so we're doing all right, all things considered. Tell you what, on the next drop, I gotta get my DVR turned on, so we'll see how it goes. So let's get some health on the way down, because we're gonna need it for the rest of this run. Okay, I think they're doing swimming or gymnastics during the Olympics right now. It's Sunday night, it's basically day 2. Yeah, we're gonna need more health. This is ridiculous. Let's get a couple of these. So I'll get that one on the bounce. Should get the other one on the bounce. Nope, we're not gonna get the second one, are we? Yeah, we got the second one. Didn't get the third one though. That is a safe drop. Wow. somehow hit that drop. But I still need more health. Why did I lose so much health on the way down? Okay, I'm dead now. Yeah, I think they bled me. Better get some health on the way down. Yeah, we got some health on the way down, so that's good. And we got a safe drop. Wow. So after all that, we got a safe drop. All right, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to need a spin through that. I was trying to do a spin through that, but I didn't even bother. Okay, so we have no health left. So this could be very interesting. See if we can get a lucky drop. I'm probably going to die here. Yeah, I'm dead. He took a shot at me. So he's bleeding now. Another hit. Yeah, I think he's down now. He's bleeding enough that he'll die on the next turn. This is a pretty productive drop, all things considered. And I'm dead, because I had no health when I hit the spikes. Okay. Still my deepest run. Of course I was. In the demo, you can only play, like, what, the first 5 runes of a run, I think. But I want to say there's a wheel buff we can get here. A Wheel of Wonders buff, right? Yep. 83K on the gold counter. And we're not going online. Check local. So we're fine. Spin. So what do we get? We're going to get a star no matter what. Extra attack each time you hit the cushion. Resets when you hit the spikes. Oh. Huh. Intriguing. So your attack goes up every time you hit the cushion. But every time you hit the spikes, it resets. So it's not going to last very long. See on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see the prompts. So that's where I ended up. So you can play this game with a keyboard. E shows my equip. Shows my gear. When in doubt, always add a new prop. So I think we're done. That's the end of the run, right? Defeat monster, save the king. Can you beat the odds ricochet your way to the bottom? Okay, so I need 2 million points to unlock that, I guess. So what did I actually... That was a normal run I just did. And of course, there are daily puzzles with various buffs and crap, which might be interesting. I don't know. How did I... Wait, go back to my scores. What are my scores? Yeah, what were my scores? Those are Steam achievements. I don't care about those. Close that. Yeah, close that. I didn't want to see all that. Back to game. Shift tab. Okay, that was weird. I didn't want to do that, but that's okay. So how did I do? I wanted to see what my top scores were. Oh, well. Multiple saves are nice. So yeah, we did all right, kids. Community, no, but props to them. They got me interested in this game, so props to them. I know there's actually voice acting in this game. Bob Roberts, wasn't that a movie with a... It was that guy's name, the guy from War of the Worlds. Yeah, Bob Roberts. It was a show about a guy running for president. Okay, so Roundguard on this laptop runs pretty well. It's a 4-thread i3 laptop, 3 gigahertz. It's got 8 gigs of RAM at what? 3200 MTs, and it's 11th generation GPU. But it runs Roundguard basically at 60 frames a second locked at widescreen 768p, which is what you want for a game like this. You should be able to run Peggle with no problems. I mean, there was a slowdown in the Switch version, that should tell you something. But hey, it runs better than the Switch version does. Or at least it runs better than the Switch demo does. But the Switch version is definitely worth playing. And hopefully it's still free and available. This is version 2.0, huh? So I wonder what got added. But again, no complaints. Huge fan of this game. I'll be playing more of this in the future. It's a fun little game. It's definitely a great game to play during a morning commute or when it's too hot and you don't want to think about anything. You don't want to do anything really. You don't want to burn down your apartment. Play the game that way. By the way, I'm recording this with a Plantronics USB-A headset plugged into the quad-core Celeron 1 gigahertz Windows 10 education laptop with 4 gigs of RAM. I'll see how fast the RAM is. I think it's 2400. But anyway, it's more than enough to record this at 60 frames a second, right? It's Roundguard on my i3 laptop. 4 threads.